Hello, everybody. Dadas here, and this is Saturday, the 10th of October, 2020. And today I'm going to do a video called Weekly Overview. Now, I wasn't able to do the regular daily recap yesterday. Well, because sometimes some things accumulate. There was a specific person who was trying to have a conversation with me for, well, quite a couple of days now. I was trying to make an appointment and I was just too busy for a voice conversation. Generally because of the live streaming that I do on the Dadas Trading Room Discord server, and this conversation was supposed to take place over the Discord server. So basically, and it was supposed to be a private conversation. So I was kind of stuck. So since yesterday was Friday, and on Fridays the DAX 30 market closes at 10 p.m. My time. So that's basically when the market closes for the weekend, and I don't need to stream all the way until 11 p.m. That's why I decided to make the appointment for 10 p.m. And that's how it started, and we were practically in conversation for over 2 hours. So basically it became past midnight, and then I had to do a little summary for transparency for the community, because the community was aware of what was going on, and yeah, that's why I had to write a short summary of our conversation, and that's how it took me all the way past even 12:30. So it was already the next day, and so I wasn't able to make the daily recap. So I decided to make the weekly overview video with, of course, including yesterday. So yesterday, Friday. So now let's look over the week. So basically, that's what we see here on the screen. This is the Dada's weekly pivot. So basically, you can see where it starts. It starts at the beginning of the week. And yeah, the previous week, I mean, this situation right here, it requires a little bit of a context of the previous week. We can basically see what was happening. There was like at least 2 days right here at the end of the week, of the previous week, where the price was going down, and then it made a sudden drop right here, retested. So that was the Thursday before and the Friday before, right? And then retested with a lower low and then came back up. So basically, what this is right here is the weekly lower wick, right? So candles have bodies and wicks, the upper wick and lower wick. So basically, this is the lower weekly wick in this context, right? And well, I don't remember. No, the price. I don't think the price was lower during that week. Or if it was lower, then this would have been a part of the wick. Or anyways, this is this whole thing right here. So we can basically see this sort of a reversed shoulder formation, right? With the let's say the breakout level somewhere right here, right? So the breakout level would be like right here. So something that was resistance and became support later on, right? So basically, in other theories or hypotheses about the market, you can also call it shakeout, like in the smart money concept. There is shakeouts. Smart money concept is a concept that is strongly based on volumes, right? And they try to figure out some volume patterns, right, associated with price action that signifies or helps us signify important reversal moments. So basically, this is it. This is something that is called a shakeout. So basically, quick dynamic move downwards, right, or quick dynamic bearish movement, relatively quick dynamic bearish movement, which is then recovered practically in a pretty much similar speed than it went down. I mean, not exactly, but more or less similar. So basically, those are structures that look like head and shoulders or V-type structures where the price plunges down and comes back up quickly, or otherwise, if we look at the bearish trend, it's going to be called an upthrust, right? An upthrust. So like a sudden movement up and then all of a sudden a comeback, right? So basically that's what happened, and since then, so at the opening of this week, the week even opened with a specific gap, and then this gap together with the Dada's weekly pivot. So basically, if we plot ourselves the gap right here, or add the gap right here like this, so basically that was the level of support, right? That was the level of support, and then we can see that this level of support was perhaps retested a little bit. Let me do it like this. Let me look at this. Let me put the so we can go like this to 1010. So it's today. Okay. Yeah. So basically, this whole area, we can say, including the Dada's daily pivot, we can do it like this, right? So this whole area acted as support. And of course, I don't trade the Asian sessions. You know, the white lines here are denominating 1 day, and the yellow line is the beginning of the opening of the London session, and it's an information for me when I do my analysis, when to look for trades, right? Even when I analyze in the past, because that's reasonably when I come and open up my computers and start looking for opportunities. So basically, I shouldn't be interested in what's happening when I'm just sleeping and not looking at the markets, right? So as we know, the market, especially such a market like the DAX 30. It doesn't always react this way during the Asian session. Sometimes it reacts flat. Sometimes even the major movements are taking place during the Asian sessions, right? So there is no consistency. We like you see right here. Practically the whole daily movement took place, or the whole daily range took place on the Asian session right here, and then the market was oscillating within that movement, right, throughout the rest of the day. So basically, there is no rule, there is nothing like that somebody will tell you that sure, you can trade the consolidation breakouts when there is a situation like that, when there is a relatively small range on the Asian session. But then again, I mean, that's not really a reliable method, because you can see right here, if somebody traded short Well, okay, let's look at the trades that I took. See, right here, if somebody traded short and counted on the price to actually, let's say, close the gap and retest the Dada's weekly pivot, well, somebody would have been pretty much unsatisfied because the price actually didn't decide to go down. It decided to go up, and that's where I was looking for an opportunity for a long trade. I took a long trade, and we see that the price didn't actually go my direction in the beginning. I mean, it did go a little bit, but very little bit. It retested this level and then started coming up. I closed the trade even though I was expecting more, and the price did eventually reach that level by the end of the day, right? But that would require waiting the whole day, which of course I'm pretty much impatient to do. And basically, yeah, this is what usually happens. And we can also see that after I had closed this trade, where it was actually at some level of resistance, right? So basically, we still didn't know whether the price would continue up or go down. And we can see that the market back actually stopped. Well, not really stopped, but the range became relatively small. In other words, the ATRs, right, average true range, became relatively small right here, and that took place for quite a long time. And then the market decided to continue to go up. That's why I also got in long right here. But again, the dynamics of the market was pretty uncertain, pretty low, and it didn't really want to go. So I jumped out of this trade, even though I really wasn't expecting that much. And we can also see that here that, yeah, again, the price did eventually reach my take profit level, but it would have taken again 2 hours or even longer. And I was pretty satisfied that I jumped out of it. Now, the next day was Tuesday, and on Tuesday I took a short right here. Now, as we can see, the market was pretty much suggesting short because it's again, we can clearly see that this was the level right here, right? This was the level of resistance where price actually respected this level as resistance and started going down. I kind of counted on some further movement. I thought to myself, well, it's most likely that the market is going to try to retest the weekly pivot or close the gap, right, at least. And I kind of jumped in short right here. Was this really a reasonable decision? Well, not really. I mean, there was no price action standing behind this short, right? It was just based on the assumption that there's a possibility that the price is going to go down, and I just jumped in. Of course, like I said, on the chart, there weren't any actual signs or signals of any bearish action at that moment, correct? The only bearish action was this current candle, and that's when I jumped in, but it bounced off back up. Now, the decision was quite simple and clear, right here, because we could have counted on this short in the sense that there was some potential resistance, and the price actually showed this resistance right here with this wick and this upper wick, and then the price actually started going back down again, but it turned around. It bounced off and started going up. So there was nothing really else to do but to make a decision to close that losing trade and turn around the way I like it, 10 times more. So you would say it's like martingale times 5, right? Or something like that. Anyways, so no, it wouldn't even be martingale times 5. One martingale is 2, two martingale is 4, 3 martingale is 8. Yeah, so that's three and a bit. Three and a bit martingale, because then it would have to be 16. And anyways, so I turned around, and that's kind of my rule, that every time I turn around like that, all I'm looking for is to make profit, to recover the trade. And if the price is going in my direction and gives me profit, well, you see, I almost made 2 times profit. So I recovered the trade, and I recovered the loss plus another 1 time profit. Not exactly. There was a little bit missing, but yeah, but still good enough. Now the second long was right here. That was a pretty simple decision, because that's the decision where the price breaks the previous resistance level and reach it, and reacts on this resistance level as support, right? So basically we can see it right here. The price breaks the resistance level, treats it as support, shows tendency to go up. I jump in, and yeah, see, I even counted. I put my take profit right there, so I counted on this much, and I would have had to wait maybe not even 15 more minutes for my take profit, but I decided to get out. Now, yeah, that was that. The next trade was a short right there. I was fully aware that this could have been just a retest or a correction, but I was kind of hoping for a little bit more right here. You see where my take profit was. However, the price kind of started consolidating again instead of going down. I mean, the price action on the candle that I entered was pretty promising for the price to be going down, but then it went down right here and it bounced back off again, and that became a little bit too worrying. So I got out of it at 4 pips, about 4 pips, a little bit over 4 pips profit. And I basically did the right thing, because the price, the level where I had my stop loss would have been taken out. There was some news during that day. There was something. I think the president of the Central European Bank was talking, and I thought initially that this movement had been triggered by that event, but then I learned that. There was like, I don't know, Trump tweeted something, and that caused a little bit of a small crash on the American indices, and also here on the German one. It was like a 200 something pips right here. However, this was another one of. It turned out to be another one of those shakeouts, simply. Because basically during the next Asian session, the price almost recovered the full range of the drop. But I mean, on the general, the price action was rather bearish, right? I mean, it was like a triple top, and that's basically why I was getting in short right here. Well, first of all, the movement was pretty much at the beginning, right? It wasn't really that far from the beginning, And again, I got out at a comfortable 18 pips. But again, because the price wasn't actually really so dynamic in the beginning, right? And then it all of a sudden, well, it did go down. I didn't go all the way down to here. It did go down quite significantly, but again, we can see that it wasn't like a one decisive movement, but the price was actually going up and down, up and down, up and down. So it was being pushed back up all the time. Now here was, of course, the moment where it turned around. So basically, I was here. Here I was pretty much convinced that it would be going long, and I got into this long. You can see that where my take profit was, where my stop loss was. Now, what happened here is that the price actually did go long in the beginning, and in the first initial movement, it even went up about 21 pips in profit, 21, maybe 22, I don't know, pips in profit. But there was a situation where I wasn't actually paying attention, and when I got distracted by something, and then when I focused my attention on the charts, the price already came back, and it was even showing some loss for a moment. So that's why I got out of it when it showed some profit. Now in this case, because again in this case, after this candle had closed, right? After this candle had closed, I didn't really have any information about the possibility of continuation of the bullish movement, and there was some information about potential of the potential that the price is now respecting a resistance level, right? Because there is still a resistance level, and this price action is showing that the price is respecting a resistance level. That's why I jumped out of it, right? And that's why I basically repeated my long position, but only when the price broke through this again potential resistance level. This here is a potential resistance level. The price broke through, right? Showing that the pullback right here wasn't a significant one, right? So the Fibonacci retracement percent was very low, right? I mean, I'm not measuring it. I mean, we can see that it wasn't 50%, right? It was somewhere in the vicinity of 38.2, right? Something like that, or maybe lower. I don't know. So I don't measure that. I mean, I could measure that, but I don't measure that. I just simply look at it, right? And we can see that, yeah, that's exactly where it was, 61.8. Now, that's not the way. I mean, that's the other. I got to do it in the other direction. So basically, this is the movement, and the percentage of the percentage of the correction is exactly 38.2. Exactly, to the point, 38.2. So you don't really need to measure it. You can kind of see it where it is in the vicinity, right? Okay. So yeah, so I took another trade, but of course this still was a potential resistance level right here, right? I mean, yeah, still potential resistance level. Anyways, I decided to take that about 15 pips. And the situation here was that the price showed me 15 pips, then it came back down. For a moment it hit 15 pips again, then it came back down, it dropped below 14 pips, and then it came back up, but it didn't want to go to 15 pips again. It kind of froze for a moment, and that's when I decided to get out of it. And again, I did the right thing because when the candle had closed, it again suggested that a possible reversal, right, and come back to the bearish trend. But it turned out that the market still continued up, and it continued up over the Asian session, made a pullback after the opening of the London session, and now this is Thursday, and that's where I'm trying to get in long again. Basically, looking at the whole situation, it was pretty much bullish, not bearish. So I got in. Now, what happened here is that I was also doing some testing on Renko bars, and I had very minimal 1 pip Renko bars, and I decided to move my stop loss over to break even with profit because I wanted to see if the price would just continue up, and I was planning to follow the Renko bars, right, with my trading stop. Well, unfortunately, the price, the action of the price, so the price action, it moved back and took out my trading stop. So that's why I got this little amount right here. So I switched back to the M15. I saw that the price was still going up. So I repeated along, and this time I closed it at a comfortable 11 point something pips. Of course, you can see that the price then again, after a while, reached my take profit. Now, what happened here again? Obviously, this was it looked like a pretty clear, bearish pattern, right? Because we have a top, double top, and there is a breakout, right? So a top, a breakout. So that's an impulse. We can call it an impulse, a retest, and the price is obviously showing bearish rather than bullish. Now, yeah, I know some of you might say, yeah, but you see a pin bar right here. Well, actually, this type of a pin bar doesn't really mean anything. The information came up only after the closing of this candle, but after the closing of this candle, I had already been in the position, so I didn't see this signal before I had entered, right? So basically, I couldn't make a different decision. Had I waited until the close of this M15 candle, I surely wouldn't have gone short, because this basically is making rejecting the bearish movement right here. So basically, it says this one says possibly, but this one says no, 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 right? So but again, I mean, this still wasn't like 100%. So I was still kind of counting for the price to come back. And the price started coming back right here. We see definitely that after this pullback, the price started coming back, and it was, for a moment, it looked pretty nice. It was even in profit. For a moment, I thought of closing this position at this profit, but then I thought to myself, well, no, I'll wait. So you can see that the price just bounced off from this level pretty dynamically, and I simply got out of that losing position, again turned around at 10 lots, and this time I made over twice as much, because twice as much would have been 36.1, right? But I actually made 43.8 right here at 10 lots. So yeah, 4.38 pips at 10 lots makes 43.8 pips at 1 lot. So basically, this was a very nice recovery. And then what happened? Then, of course, again, another daily high. So basically, quite near the end of the day, we have another daily high with pretty much pin bar action, and it looks like it's gonna go short this time, right? So I decide to get in short because it looks like, yeah, the end of the day, the upper wick of the daily candle, right? So I got in. However, I didn't like what happened. I had, let's say, I had double feelings about the spin bar because sometimes it works, sometimes it gets covered. So the price kind of moved for a while, and I decided to get out of this 5.25 pips. I got out of it. We clearly see that had I waited, I would have had to be closing this position somewhere right here or right here, because there were two other situations where the market was giving me some profit, some minimal profit, right? Anyways, we can see that till the end of the day, the market died out, and then by the very end, it started going up. And basically, if I had left my stop loss over there, it would have been taken out. So yeah, but anyways, everything was going fine. Now on Friday, well, we can see right now that Friday was a day of very or a relatively small daily range. It was only 106 pips altogether, and you can see that is the lowest daily range of the last 2 weeks. And if you care to study my other the Friday daily recap videos, you will see there that most of the times we get the DAX 30 index has bigger daily ranges than just 100 pips. So basically, this was one of those pretty dead days, right? We could say. And so I measured it out, using my ruler. This one was measured out like this. So basically, yeah, it was measured out like this. I figured out, yeah, there's a chance at least for a pullback, right? Because this could have been two things. Either it was a pullback that would end here and go back down, or it was a pullback that would have gone a little bit higher. That's what I counted on, and that's what happened. I got about 10 pips, and the ATRs were low. At some moments, the ATRs dropped below 10 pips on the M15. So basically, that's it. I was kind of reluctant to take any other trades. Then I thought to myself right here that the price had already bounced off of the resistance and would be going down. So I got in short. Well, I got in short, but the price, well, it gave me again a little profit. Then it came back up, and it was kind of when it came back up, it didn't want to give me profit anymore. So I was waiting for the price to give me at least some profit. I thought to myself, well, this looks pretty shitty. I gotta get out of it. And the moment I saw some profit, I clicked the close, but unfortunately it closed a little bit on the minus side, on the loss. It's only 1.1 pip though, so this, like I say, this is the kind of loss that that I can accept, right? Okay, so I'm not turning around right here, especially in the situation where this whole thing, I would have had to turn around exactly at the resistance level, so that would have been quite a stupid thing to do. So I just left it alone. Well, if we look at the situation right here, for example, no, no, I don't want this one. I want this one. Potentially, there could have been a situation to go short right here, or it even reached this level right there. Uh, so potentially there could have been a short right here, and potentially there was some more potential for uh, a long somewhere around here, something like that, right? Or even looking at it from the ATR point of view, right? So let's delete this and look at it from the ATR point of view. So from the ATR's point of view, we could say that the long could have been either here, or there could have even been a long when the price came up to this level right here, right? But then again, I wouldn't be counting for the take profit to be all the way up there. Sorry, I wouldn't be doing that. But yeah, there was a possibility of taking a long right here. Nevertheless, because of the characteristic of the market, basically when this move happened right here, I was thinking, are they gonna break this through? So in other words, is the market gonna break this, right? Is the market gonna break this and go down, right? That was the question. So is the market gonna break this and then go down? Well, maybe I was lucky that I wasn't actually watching, observing this, paying so much attention, because who knows if I wouldn't have decided to go short after this. But definitely when the market broke back up, I said, nah, this stinks. It doesn't look like it's like there was some. There was some hope that the market would be dropping down further and making 100 pips more in the bearish direction. But yeah, it was kind of stinky. So I call it stinky. So the moment I saw that the market was actually moving back up, I said, nah, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't look like a trending market. It looks more like a consolidation market. Well, that's exactly what happened, because later after that, the market just practically died out, right? It just died out. Oh. Yeah. So that's the situation. That's what happened on Friday. We now have the daily recap inside the weekly overview. I'm gonna post this on the daily recap channel. Also, of course, on my Dada's Trading Room Discord server, to which I invite everybody, of course, and the link is below in the descriptions, because that's where I stream live every day. So basically, if you join my Dada's Trading Room Discord server and you join the voice chat, you'll be able to see my screen. And basically, I usually stream live for about 12 hours, 10 hours, depending. Basically, from around 11 a.m. The UTC plus 2 until 11 p.m. UTC plus 2, of course, excluding Fridays, because Fridays the market closes at 10 p.m. UTC plus 2, and there is no other sense to stream. Of course, I'm also thinking about simultaneous streaming to YouTube and Discord. However, I'm not actually sure about it because that would be a 12-hour long video where practically not much happens unless you are really interested in price action and watching the charts, unless you can see the dynamics of what's going on behind the scenes of the screen of the chart, right? Then you can actually observe the struggles and the fights that are financial struggles and financial fights that are going on in the background. But then I guess you need to know what you're looking at. Right, so that's why I'm pretty much afraid that would be the most boring 12-hour video on YouTube, right? Anyways, come join my Discord server, Data Trading Room Discord server. Of course, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post these videos on YouTube. I post them on the Discord server, on Data Trading Room Discord server. I post them on Patreon, and I post them on Facebook. No, not Facebook. I have a page on Facebook, but it's not very popular. I guess that's why I decided to go over to Discord, right? And I also post those videos on my Forex Factory threads. I have 3 Forex Factory threads right there. At the moment, they are just full of videos. So yeah. But you can read, especially my day trading, price action and day trading by Dadas on Forex Factory. That was started in 2013. So you can read the whole history right there. Anyways, if you would like to become my Patreon or direct me directly through my PayPal, please do, because then you will be granted the VIP role on my Data Trading Room Discord server, and you'll get access to extra content. You'll be able to get my indicators, my expert advisors, my help, and my let's say coaching, live online coaching, right? Where you are doing the work and I am just helping you by showing you and guiding you what to do and when to do it. Of course, you can get that in 3 ways. Either you're gonna get the whole deal, right, by purchasing my time, right? So basically, if you purchase my time, you will get, of course, enough of my time. You will be getting the whole system and everything and the VIP role at one-time payment, right? And my coaching and everything, right? Or you can become, like I said, my supporter and pay in small chunks or whatever chunks you are comfortable with, and then when you accumulate enough, you'll be able to get these things, even the whole system, right? Together with my coaching and all sorts of other help, updates, and everything. So, yeah, that's it for today. Have a nice weekend. Wear your masks. Wash your hands. Please be careful, because we have the flu season. Everything is picking up right now. So basically, scientists say that we could kill this COVID-19 virus within 2 to 4 weeks. Only thing is that we would all have to stay at home for 2 to 4 weeks and isolate everybody else that is already sick. And that's basically how we could get rid of this virus completely. Now, why aren't we ready to do that? Why are there so many stupid people who don't want to wear masks? You tell me. Anyways, keep well and see you next time. Bye.